Imagine you're in a car crash and something hits you from the back seat. The heavier it is, the harder it will hit you, and the more damage it'll cause. Think about it. 1 kilogram, a cricket ball. 20 kilograms, a microwave. 60 kilograms, a gas bottle. 80 kilograms, your best friend. If you're a driver, make sure your backseat passengers always wear their safety belts.
If you are sitting in the back seat of a moving car, how much slower are you than the person in the front seat? Trick question, you say, because everyone knows that both front seat and back seat passengers are travelling at the same speed. The difference is front seat passengers put on their safety belts, but 20% of passengers sitting in the back seat do not put on their safety belts because they think they are safe, proving that they are in fact quite a lot slower than the people in the front seat. Always wear your safety belt.
Chris was in a car accident 3 years ago now. He's made some great progress in the last year. He can now eat on his own with a spoon. He's talking a lot more clearly than he used to. He can even stand up with plenty of support. His motor skills are really developing well. Now he can even buckle up his safety belt. That's something he couldn't even do before the accident. I'd definitely call that progress.
Always wear your safety belt.
Roger. Yeah, the situation here is the driver has exited the windscreen of the vehicle, travelled 12 metres down the road and hit the side of a concrete wall.
Female passenger in her early to mid-30s, thrown through back right window, scraped 10 metres along the road. Ambulance on its way.
The deceased, a male in his late teens, exited through the front window of the vehicle and was hit by an oncoming car. Do you copy?
Please don't let a short journey be your last journey. Always wear your safety belt.
If I told you there was one little thing you could do that could add years to your life, you'd want to know about it, wouldn't you? Something that could help you maintain a fit and healthy body. One simple thing that could help you make sure you get to spend time with your kids and protect your family from grief and suffering. And if it was so easy that you could do it every day, you'd want to do it, wouldn't you? Always wear your safety belt.
I remember after school ball in sixth form, driving out to the beach for the after party. Saw a fair bit of the backseat that night.
I remember going on a surfing roadie with my mates, 5 days around the west coast and every night crashing out on the backseat of the Holden.
I remember I was getting a ride home from netball and my best friend was beside me in the backseat. She didn't have a seatbelt on. Someone crashed into us. She died.
There's one thing you should never forget about the backseat of your car. Always wear your safety belt.
You wouldn't be dumb enough to not wear trousers.
Excuse me, sir, I'm arresting you for indecent exposure. Come with me.
You wouldn't be dumb enough to not change gear. You wouldn't be dumb enough to not bother breathing.
Steve? Steve, get up, you dick!
So why are you too dumb to wear a safety belt? Always wear your safety belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. We're encountering some heavy turbulence, but don't worry about the flashing seatbelt sign, because you're in the back and everyone knows people in the back don't have to worry, eh?
If that sounds stupid, why does it sound okay in a car? In a crash, you're just as likely to die in the back seat as you are in the front. Always wear your safety belt.
Mind the pedestrian, Susan. Turn the radio down. It's damn dangerous that loud. How about you ease off a bit, eh? Look, you shouldn't need to brake. Let the engine hold, drop down a gear. Not too close, Susan! You're not driving a bloody rally here. Corner. Corner, 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 corner.
If you're a backseat driver, make like a front seat driver. When travelling in the back seat, always wear your safety belt.
Watch out for the pothole up ahead on the left.
Yeah, I know.
Watch out for the washout just round the corner.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's a dead sheep on the edge of the road about
half a mile ahead, yeah.
There's a fallen
tree just after the bridge, yeah, I know.
Oh, there's it!
You'll never really know, so always wear your safety belt.
Welcome to How Dumb Are You?, where we find out how dumb our contestants are. In the hot seat is Clive from Stanley.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Clive. Are you ready? In one hand, I'm holding a soft goose down pillow. In the other, I'm holding a cricket bat. Which would you like me to hit you as hard as I can with, the cricket bat or the pillow?
Oh, that's a toughie, Brian. The pillow, cricket bat. No, the cricket bat.
Are you sure, Clive? I'm locking in the bat.
Yes, Brian. Lock it in.
Oh, that's pretty dumb. But so's not wearing your safety belt when it can reduce the chance of injury. Don't show how dumb you are. Always wear your safety belt.
Before I go into battle on the cricket pitch, I put on my armour. It's sort of like a ritual. Start with the leg pads, and I strap on the thigh pad. Then I pull on my gloves and my helmet. Finally, to protect the family jewels, I put on my box, size extra large of course.
It takes minutes to save yourself a few bruises, but only seconds to save your life. Always wear your safety belt.
G'day, I'm Graham Burnett. I used to be an opening batsman for Wellington, but in cricketing circles, I'm probably more famous for my crotch than my bat. I was facing a New Zealand fast bowler. I don't know what happened. Sun in my eyes, the dodgy early season wicket, I missed the ball. And it hit me in the privates. A cricket ball travelling at over 100 kilometres an hour from a fast bowler's hand to your goalies. You don't want to know what that feels like, but I'll give you an idea. It turned my box inside out. Why did I wear a box? For the same reason I wear my safety belt every time I get into the car, to improve my odds of coming out of a dire situation. So remember, driving without a safety belt is like facing a fast bowler without a box. Always wear your safety belt.
Blair's a mate, friends with everyone and always the life of the party. Last night wasn't any different, and he ended up crashing on your couch. He's up now, looking a little dodgy and heading towards his car. Do you chuck an empty beer can at him and tell him to shut the damn door? Ignore him. Put your pillow over your head and go back to sleep. Or tell him he's too hungover to drive and he should stay for the morning. You'll even cook him some brekkie. What would a mate do? If you stop a drink driver, you're a bloody legend.
You're at Ben's 21st, a great mate of yours. The speeches have been hilarious, but have come to an end. Ben's new girlfriend looks like she's had enough to drink. With keys in hand, she's heading towards a paddock in Ben's ute. As her boyfriend's mate, do you? Check her out and lift your beer can in a friendly gesture as she walks past. Ignore her and head towards a barbecue for a feed. Or head over and tell there's a shuttle coming later. What would a mate do? If you stop a drink driver, you're a bloody legend.
Rich is a mate. Not your best mate, but, a goodie nonetheless. He's had a few drinks, and he's also just whipped out his car keys. Do you high-five him as he leaves, thinking he could have had a few too many? Ignore him. Someone else will say something. Or tell him you think he could be over and ask him if he'd share a taxi home. What would a mate do? If you stop a drink driver, you're a bloody legend.
You and Rob have been mates since you were 5. You met him and the boys for a few drinks at the pub and you've just caned him at a game of pool. As he's about to sulk off home with his tail between his legs, you see his car keys in hand and remember he drove. Do you? Let him go. He's only had a few. Ignore him. You've got a few moves you want to try out on the chick at the bar. Or do you challenge him to a rematch? The loser pays for the taxi home. What would a mate do? If you stop a drink driver, you're a bloody legend.
You can read him like a book. Well, a dodgy magazine. You know just how his night's gonna go. There'll be the I'm just having a quiet night stage. The fart stage. The fart's a funny stage. The talkative stage. The too much information stage, the buying the whole bar around stage, the she, he, ooh, it looks hot stage. And at any stage, it's alright to tell him he's too pissed to drive. If you stop a drink driver, you're a bloody legend.
Mata mata, pio pio, piri piri, kihi kihi, tiko tiko, haruru, hi hi, waipipi, pupoke, waiteite. Before you start seeing double on a long journey, enjoy a break in these great places. They're worth a second look. As a mata of fact, you'll have a safer trip. Wherever you're driving these holidays, take short breaks and stay fit to drive. What's the hurry through hurry? Cheer up in Cromwell, the cherry capital of New Zealand. Relax in Riverside. Enjoy the fair in Fairlie, or pause for a pleasant stop in Pleasant Point. Don't get impatient with other drivers. Take your time on a long journey. Wherever you're driving these holidays, take short breaks and stay fit to drive. Clyde, Alexandra, Clinton, Lincoln, Amberley, Brighton, Franz, Joseph, and Geraldine. You could stop in Ross for a rest, Lawrence for a long lunch, grab a cold drink in Clarence, or even before you hit the road, stop for a nap in Nelson. Wherever you're driving these holidays, get to know the locals, take short breaks, and stay fit to drive. Tau mata whakatangihanga ko wau o tamatia turipu kakapiki monga horo nuku pōkai whenua ki tana tahu is a great place to stop for a short break on your long journey. Wherever you're driving these holidays, take short breaks and stay fit to drive. Te ano, te arai, te aroha, te awamutu, te kuiti, te puke, te kauwhata, te muka are all great places to stop for a cup of te or coffee or whatever is your preference. Just make sure you stop for a rest along the way. Wherever you're driving these holidays, take short breaks and stay fit to drive. Waihi, Waipawa, Wairoa, Waitara, Waipukuro, Waikanai, Waiouru, Waitomo, Waimarama. Why not stop at these wonderful places on a long journey? Why? Because when driving anywhere in the North Island, stopping regularly will ensure you get there safely. Wherever you're driving these holidays, take short breaks and stay fit to drive.
If you're tired when you are driving, you can wind the window down. This will make you cold and tired. You can turn the radio up and sing along. This will make you cold, loud, and tired. You can drink coffee. This will make you cold, loud, wired, and tired. You can stop, get out, and do some stretching. This will make you cold, loud, wired, and even more tired. You can't drive through tiredness. Sleep before you drive.
One sunny day, Mummy, Daddy and their little girl Abby all got into their car. They were going to visit Auntie Carol, who lived by the beach. It was quite a big drive, and before too long, Abby got tired and fell asleep. Then Mummy got tired and she fell asleep. Still the car kept on driving, past towns and fields and rivers. Then Daddy started to get tired. He let out a great big yawn. He thought to himself, "We're nearly there, I'll just keep going." His eyes were very tired and heavy, and he closed them just for a moment. But when he opened them, the car was on the other side of the road and heading for a great big truck. With a loud bang, the car and the truck smashed into each other. Mummy never woke up again, and neither did Abby.
Make sure you get a good night's sleep before you drive.
Mangled, tangled little car, underneath that other car. Flames up in the sky so high. Your driver drove while he was tired. Crackle, crackle, little car, didn't get very far. Please don't go to sleep, Daddy.
Driving while sleepy on the black top. Big gaping yawns, lids start to drop. When the head bows, you jerk it back up. Then you doze off and drive into a truck.
Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? On the road, on the road. Soon you will be drifting, soon you will be drifting off the road, off the road.
Trick or treat.
Well, look what we've got here. You're Count Dracula.
Yep.
And you're a ghost.
I'm Casper the Ghost.
What are you?
I'm an intersection.
An intersection? Oh, I see. That red thing's a giveaway sign.
Told you your costume sucked. Shut up! Intersections have killed way more people than Dracula.
Take a chance at an intersection, and you're messing with a deadly killer. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Crossing now to Steve for the morning traffic report. You're on the air, Steve. How are things looking down there?
We've got a serious logjam here at ER. The results of an intersection collision caused by an orange light runner. Things are moving very slowly and patients are backed right up.
Oh, you wouldn't want to get held up in that. Any tips for our commuters?
Sure, don't make bad calls at intersections and you should make it into work without a hold-up.
Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Taking into account the growth in Asia, the fluctuations of the greenback against the yen, and the cooling of the global economy, I'm confident the vision I've shared with you all today will help move our company forward over the next 5 years. Any questions? Yes, Watkins?
Can we get chocolate biscuits for meetings?
Bad call. You might get away with this, but make a bad call at an intersection and you probably won't. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Did you guys catch the game last night?
No.
The last minute try? Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah.
No, well, I was on pay-per-view watching the boxing. It was all over in the first round.
I saw the synchronised swimming. Oh, the grace and majesty of those girls. It's a wonder to behold, you know.
Bad call. You might get away with this, but make a bad call at an intersection and you probably won't. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Oh, darling, it's just as I imagined. The dress is perfect. Not that you can peek until the big day.
No.
The vintage cars have been bought.
Oh, good.
And my auntie Jenny is making the corsages for the bridesmaids.
Oh, nice.
Is there anything we've forgotten?
Now you mention it, I was chatting to my lawyer, and he had a few papers for you to sign.
Bad call. You might get away with this, but make a bad call at an intersection and you probably won't. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Every day we are faced with thousands of decisions. Tea or coffee, cereal or toast, flats or heels, car radio or CD, left or right, wait for a bigger gap or go for it.
Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
Every day we are faced with thousands of decisions. Snooze or shower, tea or coffee, red tie or navy, car radio or CD, left or right, wait for a bigger gap or go for it.
Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
When you're waiting at an intersection, it's the gaps between the cars that you have to judge. So be patient, because if the gap at the intersection isn't as big as you thought, you could find yourself...
At intersections, bad calls can be deadly.
$50. Heads or tails? Heads. Let's up the stakes. What about your car? Heads or tails? Heads again. Okay, let's raise the stakes a little higher. What about one of your limbs? An arm, perhaps? Tails. How are you doing so far? Let's try one more. What about a member of your family? Your son or your daughter? Heads or tails? When you take a risk at an intersection, you're leaving a certain amount up to chance. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly. By the way, it was heads.
If you're the sort of driver who likes to test your luck at intersections, like zipping into tight spots and running orange lights, here's a rundown of the basics of horn communication. This means I'm letting you in, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not letting you in.
Get out of my way, you!
We can't broadcast that one. That's a police horn. You'll hear it when you push your luck too far and crash. And you know what that is. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
If you're sitting at an intersection and waiting to pull out, consider the odds if you push your luck and dart into a gap. It might be 1,000 to 1 that you misjudge it and crash. But if you do, it could be 2 to 1 that you won't enjoy life in a wheelchair. 10,000 to 1 that you'll ever kick a ball around with your kid. 30 to 1 that you'll be able to go to the toilet without assistance. 600 to 1 that you'll have a satisfying love life. And even money that you'll wish you waited just that little bit longer. Because at intersections, a bad call can be deadly.
This is what can happen when you don't take the time to enjoy your morning coffee. This is what can happen when you try to hurry shaving. And this is what can happen when you try to hurry ironing. This is what can happen when you try to rush getting dressed. And this is what can happen when you don't take your time at an intersection. Intersections. Bad calls can be deadly.
112 Ks? Oh, that's not speeding.
A couple of Ks over. That's not going to hurt anyone, is it?
Come on, mate. I was just a few Ks over.
What's a few Ks over gonna do?
Oh, my speedo was a bit off. What's the big deal?
We've heard your story. Now please hear ours. The faster you go, the bigger the risk.
It was Dad's birthday. Dad loved his driving, loved pushing it on the open road, even though he got heaps of tickets. So we gave him the perfect gift, a personalised plate. I am 2Q1K. I'm too quick. And he was. They found him wrapped around a power pole. The police said he must have been going about 110. I suppose that's what they mean when they say, the faster you go, the bigger the risk.
I've just jumped out of a plane. The right height to pull the cord is about here. From now, every moment I don't open my parachute is like driving another K over the speed limit. Right here is as risky as 103 Ks. But now the ground is closer. My chance of dying is higher, more like 106 Ks. Now it's like 109. Do you get the idea? The faster you go, the bigger the risk.
Meet Arnold.
That's me, g'day.
Arnold is a beekeeper.
Yep, I keep the bees.
He's checking his hives in full protective clothing.
Be mad not to, mad.
Full protective bee clothing is like driving at 100 k's.
Yep.
Every little bit you drive over the limit
Yep.
is like taking a piece of that clothing off.
Oh, steady on, fair enough though.
Driving at 102 k's
Yep.
is like taking away Arnold's smoke puffer.
No, you don't want to take away Arnold's smoke puffer, mate, because what that's going to do is make
105 k's removes his headgear.
are you listening to me, mate? You don't want to remove
At
the
107 he loses his jacket.
I even need the jacket, mate, and I need the puffer. You can give him
And
all...
at 110
Yep.
his pants.
Not the pants, mate. These are... You give those pants... Oi, give those...
The faster you go, the bigger the risk.
Hey Dad, speed camera.
Whoa! Good spotting, darling.
Why do you have to slow down when there's a speed camera, Daddy?
So I don't have to pay a lot of money.
Why do you have to pay money?
Because I get a speeding ticket.
Why?
Well, because you're not allowed to go fast.
Why not?
Because something might happen.
What would happen?
You could crash.
Then what would happen, Dad?
Someone could get hurt.
Who could get hurt? Daddy?
Speed cameras are there for one reason only. Slow down.
Hi, I'm Chris Cairns. Since my sister Louise was tragically killed in a rail accident in 1993, I've learned a lot about the dangers of level crossings. And when you consider there have been many more deaths since then, you should too. Remember, trains are big, deceptively fast, and can't swerve to avoid you. So never overtake a vehicle stopped at a crossing, and never ever try to race a train through a crossing. Don't forget, tracks are for trains. Hi, I'm Chris Cairns. Since my sister Louise was tragically killed in a rail accident in 1993, I've learned a lot about the dangers of railway tracks. And when you consider there have been many more deaths since then, you should too. Remember, trains are deceptively fast and can't stop quickly or swerve to avoid you. So never play or trespass near railway tracks. You may think it's a shortcut, but in reality it's dangerous and illegal. So don't forget, tracks are for trains.